Good to see you again. I'm George.
Nice to see you again.
Yes, indeed. We are delighted that you're doing well, and we are proud of your accomplishments. We're trying to support the local distillery and winery and brewery industry to let people know that you're here in Montgomery County. How have you been received by the Montgomery County community?
It has been 110% gratitude from everybody. They see like the beginning of something big. Since December, when we released the first bourbon, literally it has been crazy.
Appointments, appointments, appointments.
Business is growing slowly and steady. 90% of the people who come here are Generation X and millennials.
Yes. Is that right?
Yes.
1,612 I sold, and I have 94% satisfaction.
I used to make only 300 gallons of fermentation a week.
Here we have a batch of bourbon fermentation. This is sour mash of corn, barley, and rye to make the perfect bourbon whiskey.
And now I can do 250 gallons of fermentation in one day. I cannot keep up. So I have 2 people who are working with me part-time basis. We expanding next door next year. I also get people who come here and ask me who have businesses in the county with the other part of the sales. Curious, why you sell and we can't? I'm a manufacturer. I'm the only business in this county allowed to sell liquor.
Manufacturer.
Yes.
What about the grain? Are you sourcing the grain locally?
This is a great thing. As a chef, I go from what I call it from the farm to the table, from the farm to the glass.
Yes.
I buy all my grains locally within 50 miles. Mm-hmm. Most of the grain is from Frederick County and Montgomery County.
Excellent.
Right here in the agriculture area, Montgomery County. He actually sold me 2 tons of wheat harvest in the county this summer. I made all whiskey. He actually told me he will harvest 7 acres of rye for next year for me. So he already planted. So next year I will have around 10 tons of rye to do rye whiskey. And then when we finish, I put it outside. Then I have a dairy farmer in Montgomery County who picks up my grain.
Yes.
And he uses it for animal feeding. Yeah, he gave it to his cows. Mm-hmm. So in a way, it's like almost zero waste. Yep. Very little zero waste.
Can you talk about the market for local craft spirits? Like, what do you think is possible over time?
I want to create one of the biggest distilleries in the state of Maryland, but it may not be in my lifetime. So I'm trying to have something for my family by having the best product, by having upsourced locally, by trying to bring Maryland back what it was before Prohibition. Yes. Keep in mind, I will never be Jim Beam. I will never be Maker's Smart, which is the same company. Yeah. But if everything goes well, I will be a small distillery producing a lot of alcohol for like maybe the Maryland, Virginia, DC, Pennsylvania, maybe all the way to New York and down south. Every time we have people here, we don't encourage drinking. We encourage tasting good. Right. Encourage something that it was actually harvested in the state of Maryland, and these whiskeys were made here in the state of Maryland. If I'm successful in Montgomery County, which is high standards, I will be able to succeed anywhere else.